I've been doing keto for probably about 7-8 years now, mostly full-time, and I have learned that there's pretty much nothing in the real world that you can't find a substitute for in the keto world. It might not be perfect, but it's enough to satisfy my craving when I have one. One of the things I always loved was going to Olive Garden and have all-you-can-eat soup and breadsticks, and my soup of choice was always the Zuppa Toscana. I could eat bowlfuls of that stuff. It was so good. Before I went keto, I actually discovered it's really easy to make yourself. And now I have a keto version of it that I use all the time. It just replaces the potato with cauliflower. And you'll be surprised how easy it actually is to make. So let me show you what you need to make it. The main ingredients that you want for your keto version of the Olive Garden Zuppa Toscana is Italian sausage. Anything from 1 pound to about 1¼ pound, like here, is perfect. You can go mild or you can go hot. I like to do hot, and if I don't have hot in my store at the time, I usually go with the mild and add a 1/4 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. Then you're gonna need a carton of chicken stock. You can also use vegetable stock if you prefer, but I like the chicken stock. That's 32 ounces, which is just about a liter. We're also going to be finishing off with 1/3 cup of heavy whipping cream at the end. For the vegetables, we're going to need a head of cauliflower, and we're going to divide this into bite-sized little pieces. Half an onion chopped, and 2 cloves of garlic minced. Olive Garden uses kale in their soup, but you can definitely use spinach if you prefer, or if you don't have kale at your store. I've used it with both. You can mix too if you prefer. It doesn't really matter. And other than salt and pepper, that's all you need. So let's get going and get this started. Go ahead and dice your half an onion and mince your 2 cloves of garlic. If you're like me using the sausages, you want to score them down the middle and take the skin off. And if you're using just plain ground sausage mixture, you can just go ahead and put it directly in the pan, but we're going to score ours first. After you have scored your sausage, you can go ahead and add a little bit of oil to your pan just so it doesn't stick immediately. After you take the sausage out of the skin, go ahead and start breaking it up in the pan. So keep breaking it up and stirring until it's almost cooked through. After it looks like it's about 2/3 cooked through, you want to add your onion and have that cook with it for a few minutes until it gets translucent. When the sausage and onions are well cooked through, you go ahead and add your garlic. And you want to cook the garlic for just about a minute or so until it's fragrant. You don't want to overcook it, you just want to release its flavors. After the garlic has cooked through, you want to add your cauliflower to the dish. And then go ahead and add your 1 carton of chicken stock, 1 liter. Go ahead and add a lid. And you want the cauliflower to cook for about 10 minutes or so, and then you can check and see how soft it is. While you let the cauliflower cook until it's soft, you can go ahead and prep your kale. You would need about, I would say, equivalent to 3 cups of kale. And I prefer to cut the tough stems in the middle out, because, you know, I just don't like chewing on them. But you can leave them if you like, it doesn't matter. This whole recipe can be prepared in a slow cooker if you like. You can cook it on 4 hours on high or 8 hours on low, but don't add the cream and the spinach until the end. If you do use kale, you can let that cook with it from the beginning since it's tougher. After you have cut or torn your kale pieces, go ahead and rinse them really well. When your cauliflower has cooked through, you can go ahead and add the kale. Stir it in and make sure it wilts into your soup. And after you have incorporated the kale or spinach, if you're using that instead, into your soup, you want to go ahead and add your cream, about 1/3 cup. It's no exact science, you know. If you like a little creamier, you can add more. If you like less, you can add less. If you're using spinach, you can stop now. You're pretty much done. Just add your black pepper and salt to your liking. If you're using kale like I am, you want to let it cook for a few more minutes just to soften the kale a little bit. After you have let it cook through for a little bit and it's nice and soft, you want to do a taste test to see how much spices you need to add. It's usually pretty salty from the sausage, so you can add a little bit more if you prefer, or just add some black pepper. I bet you'll be surprised how this tastes almost exactly like Olive Garden's Zuppa Toscana, minus all the carby potatoes. Hope you enjoy!